In this video we are going to talk about unit 6. We will discuss question first, philosophy of science with reference to Francis Bacon, and second, relationship between science, modernity and sociology. Social science or sociology is a formal body of knowledge that has grown, evolved, created a community of scholars and established a distinctive tradition of learning. This is possible because it has philosophy, way of seeing and observing, thinking, arguing and arriving at truth. Science is objective, based on fact. Science needs a rational and dispassionate analysis, not an emotional or sentimental judgment. Francis Bacon and René Descartes in 17th century contributed in foundation of modern science. Francis Bacon taught the first person of objectivity, how to spell out the book of nature as it is, how to observe it without any pre-selection and bias. There are many delusions that act as obstacles and divert us from truth. As a result, we confuse the reality with our own subjective ideas of it. Bacon regarded delusion as idol of mind. He identified four specific idols. First, idol of tribe, common to human species as such, and emanate from the typical human weakness, our urge to see what we link to see in the world, our search for regularity, our obsession with our belief. Human minds are like uneven mirrors that distort the reality. Superstitions and prejudice continue to prevail because of these idols. Second, idol of den are unique to specific individuals. Each individual has his or her own dispositions and idols. Some are inherently optimistic, some are pessimistic, and some strive for antiquity. Some love change and innovation. All these individual peculiarities tends to affect one's way of seeing and hence distort the reality. Third, idol of market. It emanates of human interaction and causes severe linguistic confusion. Our language often proves to be inadequate to describe the reality as it is. Bacon said, the great Anselm disputes of learned men often terminate in controversies about words and names. Fourth, idol of theatre. It have crept into men's mind from the various themes of peculiar system of philosophy. These idols are essentially obstacles and must be overcome. Only then it is possible to see and observe the world without bias. Objective knowledge will enable human beings to establish their superiority over nature, and in this sense, knowledge is indeed power. Francis Bacon provided the foundation of empirism or method of induction. René Descartes, we have already talked about him as an introduction in Unit 5. He taught us the fundamental lessons of rationalism or deductive reasoning. The two words induction and deduction, we have talked about them already. In Unit 1, you can also add on the points from here. Coming back to our topic, Descartes privileged the mental and intellectual and argued that it was through clear ideas of pure rationality that human beings could arrive at truth and became free from all uncertainties and errors. For him, sense could not be a reliable source of knowledge. The sense could deceive one. He doubted everything. Descartes argued man is a thing that thinks. This led him to privilege the individual mind and makes one thing and separate it from non-thinking body. For Descartes, this mind or body dualism is absolutely important. A solid foundation is provided by a distinctively clear rational thought emanating from the indivisible, integrated, coherent mind. This rational thought is pure, abstract, disembodied, completely dissociated from the sense, from pain and pleasure, from feelings and emotions. There are two fundamentals. First, objective empirism, and second, disembodied rationality that gave a momentum to modern science. But it was enlightenment in 18th century that was really a turning point, a breakthrough that generated a new way of seeing and celebrated the science of Bacon, Descartes, and Newton as the most cherished and legitimate body of knowledge. Enlightenment refers to an intellectual movement primarily in France and Britain from 1680s to 1789. In contrast to a system of thought where the scared and dominated and questioning was discouraged, Enlightenment thinkers viewed human reason as dominant. Enlightenment thinkers combined the philosophical tradition of abstract rational thought of Descartes and other philosophers with the tradition of experimentation or empirical philosophy from Galileo, Newton, Bacon, and others. A new system of human inquiry that attacked the old order and privileges, but emphasis and faith on science, the scientific method and education, and acquired the practical function of asking critical questions about existing institution was resulted. Social obstacle to human perfectibility were eliminated. Enlightenment affect politics and sociology development. French Revolution in 1789, American Revolution in 1776. Slogan of liberty, equality, fraternity, and life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. There was no singular or unifying Enlightenment agenda. A series of following salient features of new thinking was: instead of God ordering society, Enlightenment spoke of primacy of reason. It fought a great battle against Christianity, particularly its implicit notion of originals in imperfectity. Human beings were neither good nor evil. Specificity of circumstances would matter a great deal in unfolding the potential of human being. Enlightenment optimism was sustained by its epistemology, its spirit of critical inquiry. It enabled humankind to come out of the trap of closed dogmatic thinking and finally revealed a positive relationship between reason and freedom, science and truth. It destroyed and constructed. It was not negative. It did not oppose the ethical or spiritual core of Christianity. It opposed only the closed or dogmatic character of Christianity and provided the foundation of a new world based on secular or liberal world view. Roots of modernity celebrate scientificity, rationality, individuality. Enlightenment was progressive, believed in a linear historical progress, gave new dynamism to explore knowledge, innovation, and experimentation. Enlightenment was new and it gave direction as outlined below. Society exists out there, readily amenable to empirical observation. This knowledge of society can be objective and universal, hence cumulative and progressive. This knowledge is different from superior to ideological distortion and religious belief. This knowledge is positively useful for the reconstructing of human society. Can you now state that how science, modernity, and sociology are related? Science directly deals with the positivism Kuhn paradigm. Modern social science emerged out of epistemological optimism and was guided by two philosophical foundations, that is, objective or universal science, and second, progressive and historical inevitable modernity. Sociology saw itself as a science because, as an objective, value neutral, and empirical science, it differentiated itself from religion, metaphysical, and common sense. Sociology emerged in order to make sense of New Age. It was a product of Enlightenment modernity. In late 19th and early 20th century, sociologists are children of modernity. We can see several sociologists like Emile Durkheim, Karl Marx, and many more that show direct relationship between science, modernity, and sociology. Emile Durkheim believed scientific study of society and wanted sociology to project itself as a science of social fact. Modern society was an organic solidarity, whereas traditional society was mechanical solidarity. Karl Marx Enlightenment affirmation of scientific reasoning. Science of historical materialism enabled us to see the reality as it is. It was the great humanist who critiqued the fragmented character of capitalism and alienation. They were great scholars sensitive and sought to accomplish the agenda of modernity by making it more human and egalitarian. Science, with its central principle of objectivity, universalization, and causal explanation, did have a tremendous impact on the formation of modern social science. We will be further elaborating this topic in Unit 7, where we will talk about Comte contribution to positivism, features of positivism, and how positivism in social science. We have already discussed about the topic positivism in MSO 001 chapter 6 and in MSO 002 chapter 1. It is a most important topic that has been asked several times. Please like, share and comment and follow us on Instagram and Telegram for further updates. Thank you.